Hey everyone, Sam Signorelli, H1 Fencing. Welcome back to Can Haz Armory. Today, a requested video about putting tension back on a floor wheel that has lost some tension. Not the whole thing, not like the spring's broken and we've lost everything. It's you lost a little bit of tension and it won't retract all the way. So I have an Ullman reel here that I've taken some tension off and I'll show you. Hang on. Okay, so I have the wheel here. I've already taken the screws out. So here comes the lid. Now you can see that it's not retracted all the way. I actually took 4 wraparounds off of this to show what happens when it doesn't have enough tension. I'm going to pull the whole cable out, and you'll see what happens when it retracts and there's not enough tension on it. And this happens sometimes for whatever reason. It loses a turn or two, but it does cause problems down the line. I can feel the spring tightening up, because if my left hand wasn't here, this would be going across the table. So it feels, like it's got sufficient turns on it. That's all the way out. And now I'm going to let it come retract. And here comes the back end. I let go of it. It has about 2, maybe 3 feet of cable hanging out there. The problem this creates is several problems. Number one, if your fence retreats real fast and it doesn't retract all the way, you have a loose cable not being pulled back. It's a catching hazard, tripping hazard. Secondly, if it goes back all the way and this happens, see this loose cable here, that gets caught under the drum, or it wraps around itself along the length of the cable, and then it binds up. So you have to put the tension back on this, right? Otherwise, this is bad. So how do you do that? With an Ullman, it's pretty easy. You have the Mercatech here, pull it up, so now I have an opening. And give me a little bit of a loop here of cable. And I'm gonna wind it up, and it's right how you have to do something. Go clockwise. Okay, go under that. There's 1. 2, 3, and 4. Now back to the original 4. Now, because the cable was loose, or the tension was loose, I need to make sure that the tension's there again. So I'm going to pull all the way out again, make sure it goes all the way out, and then have it come back in. So I'm going to pull it in. And also, if I do that pull all the way out, then when it rewraps, because the tension's there, it should eliminate any of the loose cable wrapping around itself. I can feel more tightness in this as it's wrapping up. Okay, there it is. It's all the way out. And here we go, retracting. There we are. Now I can put the cover back on and screw it back together, and it's ready for use. For Vero, it's the same. You can do the same things. We wind it up a few more times. There should be no Mercatech in the way because the springs are part of the circuit. So it's not a very difficult job. It's just something that has to be done. So if your cable doesn't retract all the way, put one wind on it, see if it retracts all the way. But also make sure that when you pull all the way out, all 20 meters is going out, and when you retract it back in, it's not loose, doesn't catch around itself. That's how you add tension to a reel. Happy armoring.